Next up, back to SmackDown again. Rey Fenix finally makes his debut on WWE SmackDown. What do you think of Rey Fenix's debut ultimately? Because we saw Penta a couple of months ago, went absolutely fantastically, and he's still getting wins and still in good standing with the company, and he's going to have a match at WrestleMania. But what do you think of Rey Fenix, his younger brother, and his debut against is it Nathan Frazier? I think.
Oh, it was a good match. It was a great match. But I'm saying if they want to get this guy over, they got to put him over just a little bit. It was more like a 50-50 match, which he struggled to win, which is okay. But if you got plans for this guy, and Frazier wasn't a bad opponent. They could do a lot of stuff. Frazier missed the dive through the ropes a little bit, but that's okay. That could be nerves. That could be anything. But did they list who's his brother now? You say
Penta.
Penta. What do they list his weight as? They list his weight?
I can find out for you. I think they list his height as like 6 foot. So he's probably.
And what's his weight? But they did listen 182 or 172 or something.
I'm just looking that up now. So his build weight is. No, he's 40 years old, Penta, as well. I guess that's the virtue of having a mass. You can't tell. Build height 5'11", build weight 207.
That's build weight, but they build him on TV as 182, I think.
Mm.
But it was okay. What I would like to see, and I told somebody this, I may have told you, instead of if you're going to use a guy good, you put him over strong. Well, they didn't put him over strong. But what if Frazier had beat this guy? And Frazier's good. He's as surprised as he can be. And then he starts a social media campaign like, I beat Penta, and they won't sign me, but they signed him. What's the deal? Mm-hmm. And I think you'd have a lot of people reacting to that because he said they put him out there because they thought he could beat me, and I beat him. So now I threw all their plans into disarray. So, but yeah, he is good. He's very good. His brother's very good too. So,
there's one bit in the match, right? No, I'm sorry.
No, a lot of people say, well, if you're going to, just what I said, a lot of people say, well, if you're going to use Phoenix, you need to put him over stronger. Well, you can, but you can't. I mean, I don't think that's a necessarily an ABC of booking. And we're going to talk about Kevin Nash a little bit later, talking about size.
Mm-hmm.
But is Frazier, is he in the NEX?
NXT
next?
Fraxium. He is part of a tag team of. Yeah. Here's the thing, actually, with Nathan Frazier as well, is that he kicked out of a fire driver from Rey Fenix. And I watched that move, and it looked amazing. And even the commentators said, there we go, it's over. But they seemed like genuinely like, yeah, it's done. And then Nathan kicked out of it, and then eventually got pinned by a move that looked 10 times worse. Yeah. So like, someone needs to have a word with Rey Fenix and say, dude, that part, the fire drive, whatever it is, looks way better.
First of all, the agent should have made sure that he didn't do that. Mm. That's the agent's job. They are going to, when they sit down and you give them like an hour, guys, you can do this, do your best moves, this, that, and the other. But when he come up with his finish, I'm going to hit him with that, and he's going to kick out. The agent should have said, no, he doesn't kick out of that. We're conditioning the people to watch this. When you hit it, it's the end. So, but that's as much Phoenix's fault as anybody. He should have known this. I'm sure he's heard this, but you don't waste your finish on something that somebody's going to kick out of. Because if they see it and it's not a finisher, next time you do it, they're not going to find. If you got to, it's like anything else. You're doing a magic act here, and when they see that finisher, well, that's it. I've seen people when guys hit their finishers, they're already getting up to go to the concession stand or something. But yeah, I'm not going to blame I'm going to blame the agent for this more, but I'm going to blame Phoenix too, because You should know that before you get there. They had a good match, and now I'm unfamiliar with Phoenix. He calls it the fire driver.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what he calls it?
Yeah, the one that Nathan kicked out of. Yeah.
Well, I think he knows it by now, but I think even fans know that because we've heard that so much, and fans have heard that so much. And why hasn't Rey Fenix heard that? You know, Rey Fenix, I came up with that name in Puerto Rico.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. That name's, I used it in Puerto Rico 20 years ago.
He was Rey Fenix when you named him.
Rey Gonzalez. You know, we put him under the hood and we called him Phoenix. And his name is Rey Gonzalez. I said, why don't we call him Rey Fenix? And Rey said, why don't we call him R-E-Y Phoenix? Because I think that means king.
Mm-hmm.
King, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he told me, unless he was telling me something wrong. And he was already over. He really got over with that. And then I let him go about 3 months with the top heel manager, Savio Vega. And when I turned them against each other, it was magic. Because that Savio had so much heat. Oh, my God. And Rey was so over. I mean, I've sold out stadiums with them. And it was just regular wrestling. They didn't do anything special. They just had a match and the people would come to see it. That's why I like booking Puerto Rico. You didn't have to do anything really, really extraordinary. Just tell a good story and they'd be there.
I don't think you have to in the States either. I think there's a lot of overcomplicating, quite frankly.
Well, I think they want guys to go out there. You do put a strong match always in your first match because you want to get them there. That first match, you want it to be like a bomb going off, man. They're doing all their moves because you're conditioning that crowd for the rest of the night. And so if you don't put a slow match on first and then follow it by a fast match, put your fast match on first, then follow it by your slower matches. And then you work your way up to your main event. And that's the way you do it.
Okay, this is more of a conceptual question, I guess, for a debuting wrestler. So,
conceptual.
Here's a poser for you, Dutch. Let's say you've got a wrestler coming in like Rey Fenix, maybe a more spectacular high flyer like Rey Fenix. Do you tell him to do all of his best stuff in the first match, or do you tell him to not do most of it and then reveal it over the weeks?
No, I would tell him not to do all of it.
Really?
I said, don't let us see all of it the first week. Because the second, and I say, take you 4 moves and I'm going to put you on TV for 4 weeks and kind of unveil. Now, once you've used it in the first match, you can use it in the second match. But use something in the second match that we hadn't seen in the first one, the third one, and the fourth one. But make your finisher the same in every one of them. So that's what I tell him.